soda consumption. All right, Alan and Fanchon are on the road again this morning. They are in zip code 48184 for today's zip trip. Good morning to you guys.
Good morning, good morning. We are live from Wayne this morning, about 17 miles west of the city of Detroit.
48184.
That's where we are. We have an incredible morning lined up for you. Lots to tell you about, lots to show you, lots to experience out here in Wayne.
It's Wayne's Will Fest is going on this weekend, which is a huge, big old, wonderful weekend. It started last night, as a matter of fact. They've got concerts going on. They, of course, have music. They have food. They have a cute baby contest also.
Yes,
and they
also,
as you can tell behind us, have
lots of classic
cars.
And there's going to be a parade this evening as well. We're going to tell you about that. So if you need something to do or looking for something different to do, we have lots of suggestions from Wayne.
And you know what else we have? Because we're going to wake Wayne up this morning. We have a band.
There they are.
There you go. See, when I hear a band, it makes me feel like college football.
Okay, well, we're not going to do college football right now, so we are going to take a break, and we'll come back with a lot more from the city of Wayne this morning.
Oh, Jack, don't you come back no more, no more, no more, no more. Hit the road, Jack, and don't you come back no more.
All right, look at that. Oh, the mystique and beauty that makes up Wayne. Lovely little carriage.
That's one of the carriages. Wayne has a very rich automotive history, so of course, you know, that was the very beginnings of the automotive industry right there. We are live from the city of Wayne on this Friday morning zip trip. Thanks for joining us on Fox 2 News Morning for yet our, what is this, 10?
That's it.
This is number 10. Number 10, and it's still not ringing.
And I think I could go get a job in the postal service now.
You know all the zip codes.
I know all these zip codes now. 48184.
Exactly, 48184, City of Wayne. So we're like right in the cluster of Westland, Livonia, Inkster, right in that area, if you're not too familiar with where Wayne is.
Pretty cool. They brought a lot of classic cars out with us. And look who's back with us live.
Did you miss me?
We missed you. Of course you do, yeah.
Well, today I'm much closer to where I train right over in Canton, so this is familiar territory to me. I'm very used to being around 275, Michigan Ave. Thankfully, that exit is now open, and Michigan Avenue flew through this morning, so I really appreciated that after all the construction that's been going on. But I had a great time here early this week. The weather cleared up for me to come out on Wednesday, and had a great time checking out Wayne.
All right, let's take a look.
Welcome to zip code 48184. Today, we're in Wayne, Michigan, 6 square miles in Wayne County, and home to cars, trucks, and anything else on wheels. The area was first settled in 1824 when a man opened a tavern along the Rouge River. Soon, more pioneers arrived. Wayne's growth can be credited in large part to its ability to adapt to developments in transportation. It was an important railroad junction in the 1800s, connecting Flint, Ann Arbor, and Detroit. During the turn of the century, it was home to the acclaimed Prouty and Glass Carriage Company, one of the largest, most successful carriage companies in the country. But then, the automobile was invented. Wayne quickly became home to several automotive factories, including Haroon Motors and the Grain Page Motor Corporation. Now, today, those are long gone, but Ford is here and in a big way, operating 2 plants in the city, making the Focus, Expedition, and the Lincoln Navigator. And cars were meant for roads. The first road built between Detroit and Chicago came through Wayne. Right now, Michigan Avenue is getting a nearly $7 million facelift. When the construction dust settles, downtown Wayne will have a whole new look.
What we're doing right now is we're allowing the city to become more pedestrian friendly. What we're going to do is we're going to open up both sides of Michigan Avenue with parking, so it's easier to access the shops and go to the shops and see those types of things. There's going to be parking on both sides so that you can pull right up to the stores rather than trying to find parking within the city.
You'll find plenty of shops and restaurants along Michigan Avenue, but this, the State Wayne Theater, is a treasure. Opened in 1946, the Art Deco style building is now owned by the city. You can catch a second-run movie here for as little as 99 cents. Now that's a bargain. Residents of Wayne also enjoy a full-service community center and the Washington Nature Trail along the Rouge River, a great place to get away from the hustle and bustle of the busy streets. On the Zip Trip in Wayne, I'm Hannah Spelvin, Fox 2 News.
Wow. You know, I did experience that Wayne construction on Michigan Avenue that you were talking about this morning, but it wasn't too bad.
Yeah, that's pretty cool. They do have several nice hiking trails, which is really nice.
Yeah, actually, right across the road, right across Wayne Road, the Washington Nature Trail begins. So, very nice, very pretty.
And weather-wise today, I understand that it affected you this morning a little bit.
Yeah, the storms knocked out my power last night. I just happened to wake up. Maybe my body was willing me to be here on time, but I just happened to wake up sometime 5 a.m. and popped open and looked at my phone and way past my alarm. Yeah, but...
Well, we're going to figure out exactly what else is going to happen weather-wise this morning. Let's go inside the studio to Cam. Cam?
Mega Millions, see, now you got that in my head. $201 million, that's hard to pass up.
Back to reality.
I'm back. I'm back in 48184.
48184.
I knew it.
Say it backwards and forwards, the same thing.
There you go.
It is. You're right about that. City Manager John Zeck joining us from the city of Wayne this morning. Thanks for being with us this morning.
My pleasure.
This is a beautiful, small, hometown feel, but still in the middle of the metropolis.
It is.
You've been able to maintain that.
It is. It's a smaller community. We're surrounded by larger suburbs. Certainly, of course, Detroit being huge. But we have a nice community here, wonderful community, small town feel and flavor. Yeah. And as you can tell from all that's going on here today, and it's going to be going on here for the next few days, with the festival, it's a nice place to be.
You know, in Canvas Packages, we saw a lot of the vintage things that you have here, but there obviously is a lot of things that can just be characterized as being new.
Yes. We are actively involved in downtown redevelopment, have been for some time. Kenneth referred to Michigan Avenue being reconstructed. That's a joint venture between the city and MDOT. Began in February, will conclude in November. We'll be glad to have all the barrels removed and traffic resume normally again. But there will be several new improvements with streetlights and brick pavers and better parking, better visibility. It'll all be part of the package, and so we're excited about that.
I know so many downtowns right now are focusing on the revitalization, but you're also doing a lot in terms of community-wide, in terms of offering services for people. We saw the beautiful pool that you have for residents here. But how crucial is that in terms of bridging the gap between work and family?
Well, you know, this is a working person's community. The modest homes, hardworking people, and they are been very, very supportive over the years of recreation. They voted for the pool to be built, which includes a running track and health club facilities. And they're big on sports, recreation, and recreation beyond just athletics. There's theater and drama and all kinds of things going on here with the trails and things going. So it's very interesting to work with.
And as in most places here in Michigan, cars play a big part. You guys, close ties to Ford.
We do. With two very, very large Ford plants in Wayne. We're fortunate in that regard. They build a Focus here, and they build the Navigator and the Expedition. And it's the bulk of our tax base. So as they go, we go. And so we've worked in partnership with Ford for several years, many years, going back to the 50s, to encourage them to continue to expand here in Wayne, stay in Wayne, and it's been a very good relationship.
You know, in terms of location, you're in the perfect spot because you're not too far away from Detroit where, you know, you can go see the Tigers, you can go see the Lions play, you can run up the road to Ann Arbor and see the University of Michigan play or East Lansing. You're really nicely located.
We are. We're close to the airports.
Yeah, very close.
The Metro is just down the road south of us. Willow runs just west of us. We're near all the freeways. And so a lot of people come to work every day in Wayne from all over the region. And the largest number of people that work at the plants are from Detroit. So they come here. And then, of course, we go to Detroit for entertainment.
And you're from Detroit.
I am from Detroit.
So you're a native Detroiter. So.
A native Detroiter, raised on the east side, went to school on the east side of Detroit. I lived here now since 1980.
All right, well, John Zeck, thank you so much for getting up
Thank you.
this morning, and thanks for bringing the rest of Wayne up early with us because we got a lot of people out here this morning.
It's been a warm welcome. Thank you so much.
Pleasure to be here.
All right.
And as you know, every Friday morning on our Zip Trips, we give you a trivia question with a chance to win a free weekend getaway at Boyne. There is today's question on your screen. Ellen, would you like to do the honors?
That's right. We also get a $100 gift certificate from our sponsor, Big Boy. But here you go. Which rap group is originally from Wayne? And the cool thing is John doesn't even know that either. So, your choices are Insane Clown Posse, Public Enemy, Wu-Tang Clan, and NWA. I'm sure you got all those albums, John.
Well, all right, so log on to myfoxdetroit.com if you know the answer. Now, right now, we are going to, I guess, give you kind of a tease in terms of what's coming up. We are going to be debuting for the very first time this morning, right here in Wayne, the new Ford Focus. It is redesigned. It is supposed to be the coolest, sleekest new thing that Ford is putting out. You're going to see it for the very first time right here, only on Fox 2 News Morning. We'll be right back.
In New Orleans. Well, the fun actually started last night here in Wayne with the annual Will Fest. Bless you. Well, Steve, I'll let you hear that. But anyway, two guys who are responsible for putting this whole big weekend together join us for this morning. Rick Turk and Hal Hoffman. Guys, thank you so much for being here.
Thank you for coming.
I was joking earlier that if anything goes wrong, you're the two guys to see this week, huh?
That's it. We're the ones.
You know, what kind of monumentous effort was it to put all this together? What can people expect to see this weekend?
Well, actually, we actually start the festival year to year. When it ends Sunday night, we have a meeting to go over this year's festival, and then we start planning the next year's festival.
Yeah.
So it's basically a full year.
Yeah. So what's on the lineup this weekend, Hal?
We've got a lot of tribute bands. Today we have the Hollywood Stones will be performing tonight. That's our main act tonight. We have a Neil Diamond tribute that'll be opening up for the Hollywood Stones. We just encourage all the people to come out and have a great time. We've got a lot of vendors on site. We've got food here. We've got everything you need.
And the parade is tonight, is that right?
Parade's 6 o'clock tonight.
Now, who is in the parade? What does that entail?
Well, basically, anybody who wants to be in the parade can be in the parade.
You can be in it if you want.
Yes, if you want to come. What we actually do is we do have a section set up, and if you have a car, and even though you're not registered, you show up at the site, we'll get you into the parade. So it's somewhat formal in the fact we have planned acts that come in, but pretty informal too. If you want to be in a parade, just come on down with your car and we'll get you in it.
We're very flexible.
Yeah, you know, this is basically really a car town with two assembly plants here, and well, the cars certainly will be on display this weekend. Of course, they had the Dream Cruise last weekend, and it seems that this never ends, but you guys also, as a lot of other towns, will be displaying beautiful cars this weekend, huh?
Mm-hmm. Yes.
Then we have two car shows. We have a car show Saturday and Sunday.
Uh-huh.
And they expect a great turnout. We've got fabulous cars coming back and hopefully some new ones.
You know, it is absolutely amazing, though, when you do kind of take in these cars that, you know, some of us are old enough to remember when they first came out. Some of us, it's kind of nice to see them again, but it is amazing how people take care of them and restore them.
Yes.
It makes you wonder how many are hidden in garages. We only see them once a year, but they're out there. A lot of people turning wrenches on them.
Now, one of the cool things that I also know you guys got going on this weekend is the Cute Baby and Pet Contest.
Yes. We have the baby contest is over at a tent, and basically the pictures are out, and people come in, and it's a fundraiser for the group, and they basically, you know, put the money in for who they think is the prettiest baby, and then whoever tallies the most at the end of the week or weekend is the winner.
No balance stuffing going on there.
No. Grandparents involved.
Well, that's fantastic. So it obviously it started last night. It runs till Sunday. So I'm sure you guys are going to be overwhelmed with a whole bunch of people here this weekend. It looks like so far you've done a great job because everything just looks great, and hopefully the weather will hold out.
Oh, it will.
The
weather will
big
be
thing,
great.
the weather.
All right, guys, thank you so much.
Thank you very much.
I'm sure nothing's going to go wrong. So you won't hear anything from the complaint department.
No.
All right, there you go.
Thank
Lee
you.
Thomas is up, and if Wayne is not up by now, you're about to be. Lee?
Hey, we are over here with the Wayne Memorial High School Zebra Marching Band. They've been standing here seriously waiting to play all morning. This is Scott. His horn is up. So I'm going to step out of the way. It's a 50-member band. Ellie, Delancey, go ahead and get them started. They are your drum majors. The band director is Matt Dyroff. This is the Wayne Memorial High School Zebra Marching Band playing part 1 from Fiddler on the Roof. Enjoy it on a Zip Trip Friday morning.
Double the rebate. LaFontaine Kia is doubling the rebate up to $5,000 on every...
Ford there, huh?
Isn't that a thing of beauty? Lots of history here in the city of Wayne, and we have a lot more to share with you as we begin our second half hour.
That's right.
This morning in Wayne.
That's right. We're all hanging out here. Candace is back with us this week, huh? You're loving this because you're just a hop and a skip from where you got to go practice.
10 minutes from training is perfect. My coaches love it. I can get on early.
You're supposed to tell them you're a long way away.
Right. I'm all the way out in Lapeer, right?
Yeah.
They don't know. This is a close shot. They can't tell.
Yeah, definitely. Well, we are here in Wayne this morning, and this is a beautiful city, 17 miles from the city of Detroit. Rich automotive history. We're going to talk a little bit about that coming up this half hour with lots of great food.
We got food. We got the K9 units out here.
We have some Greyhounds over there, and Alan has his coffee, so all is well with the world.
All is well with the world, Doc. You're right about that. But we got a whole lot coming for you from out here for the 48184.
Yes. Before it went, now you remember the stuff.
Yeah, I got that lottery thing out of my head. All right, let's turn inside though to Cam Carmen because once again...
Cam, it is so humid out here. Be glad you're not here.
No, I love the...
And we are back here in the city of Wayne this morning. I'm standing here with Alyssa, my new friend. She's a junior at Wayne Memorial High School. Alyssa, tell me how heavy. Is this heavy?
Yeah.
How many pounds?
Like 25.
Oh, my goodness. Well, Alyssa is our star drum major for this morning. She's going to give us the drum roll because we are about to reveal the brand new Ford Focus, not yet seen except for right here in Fox News Morning. So let's hear the drum roll. And right over here it is, the new Ford Focus. And John, the marketing manager for Focus, is here with me this morning. Thank you, Alyssa, by the way. Great job. Tell me a little bit about why this is such a big deal for Ford, the new Focus.
Well, it's completely redesigned for 2008, both from an exterior standpoint and an interior standpoint. The interior is all new. So we've always had a very big presence in the small car market, and this really kind of gives us a leg up. And really, with some of the features and benefits we have for 2008, such as our interior ambient lighting system, which lights up the rear footwells and cup holders, and also Sync, which is new for us, which kind of gives you hands-free capability on digital music players and cell phones. So
wow, that is a mouthful.
It is. It's a mouthful.
Know every detail. I'm going to open the door so people at home can see. I've noticed just looking at the car from the outside, a lot of the chrome detail.
Absolutely.
I'm going to open up the door here so Greg can get a shot inside and show you at home. Leather interior.
Leather interior, absolutely. So again, the story here is the interior. It's very refined. It's warm. It's inviting. It's very user-friendly. Our customers are going to be very pleased with it.
Now, I have to say this because I remember when the Ford Focus first came out, and this is completely different than that very first Ford Focus that we saw. Just in terms of quality, aesthetics, it's a really beautiful car.
Yeah, it really is. And this is actually new for us, too. This is the first time we're ever going to have a true two-door coupe. So what you see here is a first-time Focus ever. So
now tell me how much this particular car costs.
The coupe here will start around mid-14s.
Mid-14s. And this car that you're looking at home, by the way, is manufactured, put together at the Wayne Ford Assembly Plant.
Wayne Assembly Plant, you bet.
So
a couple miles from
here.
here.
This is a homegrown car, literally.
You bet.
Homegrown car. And tell me a little bit about where you see the future of this car. You said this is the first coupe, so you're basically, I would say, targeting, what, first-time car owners?
Yeah, first-time car buyers, roughly mid to late 20s, just out of college, first time out on their own. So this really, having a coupe in our stable really gives us the capability to kind of reach that youthful customer.
Okay, and very affordable car. And like I said, I love the leather interior. It looks
Absolutely.
so new.
It's very refined.
Tell me a little bit more about what Ford has coming out. We know that you're going through a big transition right now, and I'm sure this plays a big part in that. But what are you looking at moving forward for the company?
Oh, we got a lot of new products, actually. I mean, we've got some renditions to our Mustang lineup. We just got the brand new Taurus, which came out earlier this year, and the Taurus X, which is our crossover, the brand new Edge, which just came out. We've got some additional products coming out in 2008 calendar year, 2009. I think people are going to be really excited about.
All right, so you're feeling good, you're feeling confident.
Absolutely.
And Wayne, we talked to the city manager earlier, and he said that Ford is such an integral part of this community. So I know that they appreciate Ford being here.
Absolutely.
And this is what the Wayne Assembly Plant has created. Again, the debut of the 2008, correct?
2008
Ford Focus Coupe. Thanks for letting us share
in
this exciting time for Ford Motor Company. We appreciate that, John. Have a beautiful weekend.
You too.
And...
All right, you guys, we are back here, and I'm talking to a gentleman that they call the voice of Wayne, and that's because he has a great voice. This is Bill Brooks, and tell them why they call you the voice. You didn't dub yourself this.
No, they called me a lot of other things also. But I've done football and basketball games and band shows around here for a good many years, and it's a great high school. We've had some great talent come out of here. And if I started naming, we'd be here the rest of the day, but you go back to the time in 45, Wayne High had a Class B state championship football team, and take a giant step forward, and we've had some outstanding coaches. Chuck Henry was a basketball coach that turned out some great talent. He retired, and he's now at Madonna University.
Oh, wow.
And we've always had some great people, great kids.
Talk about the kids, especially the kids and the kids that are right behind us in the band. They help during the halftime. Talk about the kids.
These kids in the band now have got one of the greatest directors, and he came into Wayne High, and there was maybe 20, 25 kids in the band, and he's built it, but he come from Southgate, and
he said he used to call this basketball game.
Oh yeah, 150 kids in that band over there.
All right.
And these kids just do a fantastic job.
And we're going to listen to them do a fantastic job right now. Bill Brooks, thank you very much, the voice of Wayne. Thanks for the time this morning.
Thank you, sir.
All right, you guys, now it is time for you to get a special treat. It is the Wayne Memorial High School Zebra Marching Band, and I'll let them take it away.
Thank you so much. Well, you know, dogs are very dear to my heart, and then Wayne happens to have a wonderful canine unit. And to this morning, we're very happy to introduce you to Terry Foley, and we have Judy Sabo. Thank you so much. And who do we also have here?
We have Kane. He's a 4-year-old German Shepherd. He's a full-service police dog and does narcotic detection. And we have a 4-year-old Golden Retriever by the name of Jake. They kind of say Jake and the Fat Man here. I don't know if that goes together or what.
Well, I'm glad we gave Jake to Judy. So there you go.
That's right.
That's what this goes at. Now, these dogs actually do a lot of work.
Yes, they do.
Right? Now, Judy, you're going to put Kane to work, because what is Kane's specialty?
Terry will put Kane to work. Okay. He's an explosive dog.
Okay. So we have planted mock explosives, I take it.
Yes, we have.
I hope it's mock. In one of the vehicles here. And
yes.
Show us how Kane does
go
through this.
I'm going to run this real quick. Come on, Jake. What do you think?
Sorry, Jake, sit. So now, Terry, what are you doing right now? What's that deal?
Right now, all I'm doing is just setting them up a little bit, letting them know what I want them to do. I give him the command, and we're going to go right along these cars and see what he does.
Gotcha, okay.
All right? Let's go, buddy. Find it.
Now, what's the idea here? What's he going to do once he finds something?
Once he finds it, he's going to do just this right here. Sit. Oh, good boy. That's it. And then once he finds it, he's not supposed to move. You notice how hard I can pull him. We don't want him setting the device off.
So the difference between Jake and me is that I'd be running.
That's right.
About this time.
And Jake doesn't move.
Jake just sits there waits for
and he does all this for the ball.
Just for the ball?
That's it.
Oh,
he works very cheap.
That's amazing. Wow. Now, Kane kind of does it all.
Kane does it all. Kane is a full-service dog. He does tracking. He looks for lost children for us. He also does narcotics detection. He does a little bit of a different response where he's a little more aggressive, but as you can tell, he's a very friendly, social dog. He loves the kids. All the kids in Wayne know him.
Yeah.
I can't drive around anywhere without them saying, "Oh, I want to pet Kane. I want to pet Kane."
You know, to this end, obviously these are high-level dogs, but just for people who have dogs in general, how important is it to get them trained?
It is very important. If you get a dog that is trained, you enjoy him, the dog understands what you want, and he is much more pleasurable. If he is not trained, he's running wild, he's going after other dogs, he's going after people, then you have a liability issue.
Yeah.
So you want the dog under control so you can enjoy him.
All right, fantastic. So what you tell me is with Kane, if our camera guy, if we had drugs and put in his pocket,
Oh,
and
yeah.
we ran and we had Kane go get him,
Oh, yeah.
that would work?
He would retrieve them.
Oh, man, you better be lucky I like you. All right, thank you guys. So
You're
much.
welcome.
Appreciate it very much. We're going to be back from Wayne. Oh, actually, Kenneth and Fanchon over there with some more dogs.
And we are going to change gears just a little bit. We are with some of the most docile animals that you will probably ever meet. Tanith, we've been getting to know a lot about greyhounds.
So friendly. And
this morning.
They're called retirement greyhounds. These are all ex-racing greyhounds right now.
Exactly.
So, and actually one of them, and I'm missing the most important part, is up for adoption. Timber here is 2 years old, and she is up for adoption. So if you go to houndsofgrace.org, you can look at all the dogs that are up for adoption right now. And I've never actually met a greyhound in person, but these are the friendliest dogs.
They are very friendly. Let's talk to Jerry here. Jerry, you're with Grace.
Yes.
And you guys are going to be out here all weekend for the Wheel Fest, kind of educating people about greyhounds. What is the message that you want to get out?
We want to get out the message on how wonderful these dogs are. They're a 45-mile-an-hour couch potato. So their best athletic ability of running is running to the couch and curling up in the lap next to you or on a blanket at your feet, wherever you wish.
And being a good companion.
Yeah, being an excellent companion.
Well, thanks for bringing them out. We have a wide rainbow of colors here. As you can see, like I said, they're beautiful dogs. And we have a ton of people who came out from Wayne this morning. Good morning to all of you. Thanks for being out here this morning. Yay! All right, we're going to take a quick break here from Wayne this morning. When we come back, we have one more hour of Fox News Morning, this Friday morning zip trip. We'll be right back.
What you say? Don't you come back no more, no more, no more, no more. Hit the road.
We're headed to zip code 48184, the city of Wayne.
It's the home of 2 Ford plants, and this morning we have an exclusive from the Big 3 automaker. The dogs.
We had the greyhounds out this morning, and were there labs that you were?
They had lab, German shepherds, they are beautiful canine dogs.
Beautiful.
Bomb detection, and one dog just does everything.
Wow. That's
Love
pretty
that.
cool.
That's the way I like to roll every day. I got my bomb sniffing dog, I got my other dog takes care of everything else. That's all
Oh my
right.
goodness. We are having an absolutely beautiful morning. If you're just waking up and joining us, we are in the city of Wayne for our 10th zip trip on this Fox News morning. It is 70 degrees. Not a bad one. We are continuing our streak of rain-free weather for our zip trip. So this has been very nice. We've been talking with the band.
Great band, great kids over there. They all are very excited about being on the show this morning, even though they had to get up early.
Yes,
but they are just a great group of kids, and about 50 of them over there. We're going to have another performance from them coming up in just a little bit.
Candace still hasn't touched any food.
Oh, now. One of these days I'm going to come in with a big donut just on camera just to show you that I do eat.
But you got good practice afterwards. I know you want to eat.
I want to say, speaking of food, we want to say thank you to Papa Romanos this morning and Leah and TJ's Donuts. They provided us with a beautiful spread, so you're keeping us happy, and Alan got his coffee.
They gave you the coffee?
Once he got his coffee, he was a new man.
But we want to show people more about Wayne, and you were here actually Wednesday.
Yeah, it's actually a different kind of place than where we've done our zip trips in the past. The foundation of the town is not necessarily based on the historic value that much, but more about the people and the work ethic that they have here. Very friendly people, but very hardworking, and especially with the Ford plants here, you know, you get a different vibe from this town, but it's a great community, and I had a really good time here earlier.
Well, let's check it out.
Welcome to zip code 48184. Today we're in Wayne, Michigan, 6 square miles in Wayne County and home to cars, trucks, and anything else on wheels. area was first settled in 1824 when a man opened a tavern along the Rouge River. Soon, more pioneers arrived. Wayne's growth can be credited in large part to its ability to adapt to developments in transportation. It was an important railroad junction in the 1800s, connecting Flint, Ann Arbor, and Detroit. During the turn of the century, it was home to the acclaimed Prouty and Glass Carriage Company, one of the largest, most successful carriage companies in the country. But then, the automobile was invented. Wayne quickly became home to several automotive factories, including Haroon Motors and the Grain Page Motor Corporation. Now, today, those are long gone, but Ford is here and in a big way, operating 2 plants in the city, making the Focus, Expedition, and the Lincoln Navigator. And cars were meant for roads. The first road built between Detroit and Chicago came through Wayne. Right now, Michigan Avenue is getting a nearly $7 million facelift. When the construction dust settles, downtown Wayne will have a whole new look.
What we're doing right now is we're allowing the city to become more pedestrian friendly. What we're going to do is we're going to open up both sides of Michigan Avenue with parking, so it's easier to access the shops and go to the shops and see those types of things. There's going to be parking on both sides, so that you can pull right up to the stores rather than trying to find parking within the city.
You'll find plenty of shops and restaurants along Michigan Avenue, but this, the State Wayne Theater, is a treasure. Opened in 1946, the Art Deco style building is now owned by the city. You can catch a second-run movie here for as little as 99 cents. Now that's a bargain. Residents of Wayne also enjoy a full-service community center and the Washington Nature Trail along the Rouge River, a great place to get away from the hustle and bustle of the busy streets. On the Zip Trip in Wayne, I'm Tanith Balbin, Fox 2 News.
All right, lots to do and see here in Wayne, and this weekend is the annual Wheel Fest, so everything's going to be outdoors, and of course the weather's going to be all very important. We're looking at Wayne. There were a lot of thunderstorms last night. It's dried out a little bit this morning.
Well, there is some rain on the way, but it's light as we speak, and we are likely...
All right, 8:14 is the time.
All right, welcome back to our 10th Zip Trip. We are in the city of Wayne, and we're sitting next to the man who has the keys to the city, Al Haddis. Thank you so much for being here.
You're welcome. We'll be glad to have you, and we hope you enjoy your experience in our beautiful city.
Having a great time. You've been mayor since 2001. You're up for re-election, and you're running unopposed, which to me says, you know what, the guy's been doing such a good job, why bother running against him?
Thank you.
All is well.
Thank you.
All is well.
Thank you. I really appreciate the support of the community, and it's the key to the success of our city. It's the people and the local government working together, and the city of Wayne, I believe we have a great deal of success for the last 10 years, turning things around. We're going through a revitalization program for the downtown area and in the neighborhood too, but everything been successful because of the support of the people to our administration and political machine.
Now, when you talk about the people, Mayor, I was reading, very interesting, this is a very diverse community. You're yourself of Lebanese descent.
Yes.
I was reading there's up to 24 different languages that are spoken within this city from people with different backgrounds.
That it's a true American city, you know, working together and try to aim to have a successful work relationship, and that you see that in the city of Wayne. People work together, have a good bond with the local government. We have a good communication with the public. We hear them if they complain, and we hear them if they compliment us. We have a good administration and staff, good an execution. The political machine make the decision, and we have a city manager go with his staff and do their job in timely manner. And that earned the trust of the people in this town, and we hope to continue. We have a lot of work to do. The city of Wayne, it's hidden jewel, as you see today. I hope you did see many different successful story. We have good industry, good business community, and all working together.
I imagine this weekend, the Wheel Fest, is sort of like the big payoff for all the people to say, you know what, come out and enjoy and sort of exhale.
It's like hometown party. People enjoy to see each other here. Good entertainment, good food, good time to see each other. it's like reunion for the community sometime. You know, our life, it's been busy life, you know, people working, and sometimes don't have too much time for entertainment, but this event, it's well supported by the community. We have a good Wheelfest commission. They work very hard and they enjoy what they do. And they got the support of the administration, the political machine, the people.
Oh, good.
And we're looking forward to continue those successful events.
Absolutely wonderful. And you know what? Most of the city of Wayne, it feels like, is out with us this morning, but so many people have showed up. But we're going to take a quick break right now, and we're going to come back with much more on Fox News this morning.
Thank you, Mayor.
Thank you.
It's in its final days.
Well, we talked earlier about how Ford is heavily entrenched in the city of Wayne. They have 4 plants here, as a matter of fact, and right now we're going to talk about the Ford truck plant, which is here. Frank Evans is the plant quality manager. You guys make the Navigator and the Expedition here, huh?
Yes, we do.
See, like I said, I have an Expedition myself, so I love the car. I know it well, but you got to be awfully proud of these babies.
We are very proud, very proud. The sales are going well. Customers are really liking them, and our quality is naturally improving, and things are looking up for Ford in Wayne.
You know, how big of an employer is the truck plant for Wayne? I mean, how many people do you employ?
We have approximately 1,400 people, about 1,300 hourly and about 100 salary.
But give me that. What's the difference? Because I've never been inside an assembly plant, so how do you go about making 2 different vehicles in the same plant? I mean, what's that like? I mean, what goes through the process of that every day?
Well, basically what we have is we really have about 15 miles of conveyor inside the assembly plant, and we have the highly trained, what we call them, almost industrial athletes. And then it's really a mix and match, and the real challenge is not only in assembling them, but getting the right parts to the line at the right time.
You know, I've always wondered, when the truck rolls off the assembly line, what kind of quality controls does it have to go through?
Tremendous. We have a whole department that I'm in charge of that we do nothing but ensure the quality before it gets to the customer after it rolls off the assembly line. Plus, we have quality checks in place in both our body, paint, and final assembly buildings.
Yeah. You know what I wish they would do for cars and trucks?
What's that?
You know how when you buy, remember the old days you used to buy a suit? There would be a little tag inside saying inspected by number 44.
Yeah.
I'd love to know, like, who did the inspection on my car, or who's the final person, or who worked on it. That'd be kind of cool if you could etch that somewhere.
You know what? I think I'll take that back.
That would be one thing. Well, I'll tell you what, you guys are doing a great job, and this is certainly one of Ford's big sellers. It's revitalized Lincoln and Ford, and great vehicles. By all means, I'm sure the city of Wayne appreciates you guys being here, because putting people to work is a great thing.
Well, we really enjoy being in Wayne. They treat us right. It's a great town. It's a really a great place to work and a great place to live.
Yeah, and I bet you, as being part of here, you also go to some of the finer restaurants, because they have great food here as well, and Lee Thomas has more on that.
Yeah, that's exactly right, Alan. We are here to talk about our cheap eats, and what better place to be in front of some eats, right, Fancy?
Yes, you know, behind us all morning long, these guys have been feverishly preparing something to eat. I'm not going to tell you what they're preparing, though. We're going to check in with them a little bit later. But a Friday morning zip trip would not be a zip trip, Lee, if we did not have good food.
And the cheap eats, this week's cheap eats is close to your heart.
Dear to my heart. I'm going to give you a hint. Maize and blue.
That's right. The building is Maize and Blue. They even have a helmet as their awning. And Fox 2's Jason Carr hangs out at Jake's again.
Go Blue.
Cheap Eats this week is about atmosphere.
I come down here, I don't get in too much trouble. They keep me straight.
There's Jake.
I'm Jake. That'd be me.
And there's Jake's again, a Wayne cornerstone of Maize and Blue fanaticism.
I live here, unfortunately.
This is your second home?
This is my home now. I'm retired.
Jake's again is the sort of pub where fellows with names like Dutch and Coach sit at the bar and razz everyone.
We all harass each other.
You got to be here on a Friday night and meet the Woojahs. The Woojahs are washed-up jacks of America.
A typical Woojah role model would be like Al Bundy or John Candy or Norm Peterson from Cheers.
Well, this is a good bar to go to. You don't get fights in this bar.
some of the other bars, the young people like to fight when they drink.
The bar burger and fries are a must.
Best burger in town.
And on Fridays,
All you can eat for $6.50.
fish and chips.
You got it. Fish and chips. All you can eat for $6.50.
The tacos on Mexican Menu Day are pretty popular. In fact, everything south of the border is.
Everything's on sale is Mexican.
Cuervo, margaritas, tacos, mini tacos.
Corona.
Corona.
With lime. You know, that's the only green thing allowed in here.
Are Spartans allowed in your Maize and Blue Bar?
As long as they got the green stuff, they can come in. It's the only green we allow.
Money.
You got it.
Are Spartans allowed in here?
Oh, we let them in here, but they take a lot of grief when they come in here.
Go green, go white. You a big Michigan fan?
Yes, sir. I'd have been a half-decent student, I might have went there.
When you come to Jake's, be sure to play pool in the big house, or on it, then saunter over to the Wayne Westland Sports Wall of Fame. For example, you could learn all about Pat Sheridan, who went to Wayne Memorial High School in 1976 before going on to the Royals and the Tigers and the Giants. Jake's again is on the corner of Wayne Road and Michigan Avenue. I'm Jason Carr for Cheap Eats.
All right. Well, speaking of Maize and Blue and all that, you know, this weekend I know it's a very big weekend for you.
College football starts.
Yes, it does. College football season starts. That means tailgating.
Yes, indeed.
Now, let me ask you a question.
Yeah.
Is chili a good tailgating
It's wonderful.
food?
It's a wonderful.
It is.
Yes. It
Well,
goes
good.
by fast. It goes very well with your favorite beverage.
Well, that's good because the people behind us are actually making homemade chili
There
for
you
us
go.
this
I like
morning.
that. I like that.
We're going to get to that in a second. But right now, we want to remind you of our trivia question this
That's
morning.
right. And it is which rap band actually hailed from Wayne? And there you see your choices on the screen. That stake, of course, is a lovely vacation getaway to Boyne and a $100 gift certificate from our sponsor, Big Boy.
Yes.
We're
Think
gonna have
very
it.
carefully about that answer.
And just email it to myfoxdetroit.com, and you can find, we'll pick a winner later on. And by the way, if you want to know more about Wayne, just go to our website, myfoxdetroit.com. There's a wealth of information there as well.
And all the links to all the people you've seen this morning are there as well. So, we're going to reveal this right now. And behind our wonderful table of food being prepared is Lee Thomas. He's been hanging out with the Wayne Memorial High School Marching Band.
Yeah, the Marching Zebras, you guys, and they're going to play a special number for you. And by the way, tonight at the Wayne Wheel Fest Parade, they're going to play there as well. But you can enjoy them right now on a Zip Trip Friday morning. Here is the Wayne Memorial High School Zebra Marching Band.
Now you know how Fancher really gets to work in the morning. We all have to come in early, drag her around.
So nice. Thank you, gentlemen.
In another life, she thought she was Cleopatra.
I lost my horses. I don't know what happened. But okay, if you want to just, pull, it's fine.
I know.
This is one of the original carriages from the late 1800s by the Prouty Glass Company. They used to make these carriages. And this carriage is actually going to be featured in the parade later this evening, I think beginning at 6 o'clock here in Wayne.
Yeah, I wouldn't like it. It doesn't have satellite radio.
It does not, actually doesn't have any kind of radio.
No air conditioning.
No air conditioning, all natural.
But the seats look very comfortable.
This, I was telling you, this is the most comfortable seat. I could sit here.
I know you could.
Well, it has to be comfortable because in those days it took a long time to get to where you were going.
That's
so
right.
You might as well go in comfort.
And it was probably like this, the men walking on the side.
And you hold that too well.
But we lost the horses.
Yeah, well, you know what? We were very fortunate the rain has held off.
Oh.
Yeah, it's
We are
beautiful.
thankful about that, for sure. And there you see on your screen the information for the Wheel Fest going on this weekend through
Started last
Sunday.
night.
Yes, it did.
Big parade tonight is at 6 o'clock, and by the way, this carriage will be in it.
It will be in it.
Hopefully you'll be out of it by then.
I will not, but the carriage will be. So we are going to take a quick little break from Wayne right now, go back inside to the studio, check in with
Marching Band. It is zip code 48184. Lee Thomas is there. Hey, Lee.
Hey, Dina, I got a little song of myself that'll kind of explain what's happening here. One of these things is not like the other. Look over there. You see Fancher Stinger?
Oh, yeah.
Yes, she's about to play, you guys. So here is the Wayne Memorial High School Zebra Marching Band with Fancher Stinger. Please, take it away. going to be traveling around Friday, you guys, a Zip Trip Friday, and we are in the lovely city of Wayne, and this is all about the band right now. I love being in the midst of bands. Young folks like Brandon here. Say what's up to the people, Brandon.
What's up?
Yeah, good job. Good job. Brandon, 14. He's in the band, and this is the Wayne Memorial Zebra High School Marching Band. And but we're going to focus on bands throughout the year. When school starts, we'll have our pep rally Fridays, and that's when we get to go and check out local bands. But it's up to you to see which bands we're going to focus on. It's on that specific day, not Wednesday anymore. It's going to be called, Dominic, tell them.
On the Pep Rally Friday.
That's right. Strike up the band. It's that time of year again. Last year we covered Metro Detroit and beyond, focusing on high school bands. Now we want to do it again this year, but this season we're moving the pep rally over to Fridays, and we're giving you the power to help us decide which schools we're going to showcase. Just log on to our website at myfoxdetroit.com and click on the Morning News tab. Look for the Pep Rally Fridays icon and nominate your school. But act fast. Time is limited. You have until August 31st to submit your entries. Then we'll count them all up, and the top 10 schools will perform live on Fox 2 News Morning. We'll announce the finalists live on the air September 3rd. Then watch for your first Pep Rally Friday, September 14th. Show your school spirit by nominating your school's band for Pep Rally Friday. Now it can be your band on a Pep Rally Friday. All you have to do, like I said, go to our website, do everything you need to do, and you can be just like this man's band. This is Matt Dyroff. He is the band director for the Wayne Memorial High School Zebra Marching Band. You like the way I said that?
That was great. That was great.
Thank you very much. That must be a good thing to be able to focus on your kids. They're such good kids. I've been talking to them all morning. Talk about some of the things they've done throughout the year.
Well, we just picked up the new season August 1st, and we began rehearsals with all of our new members and seniors. We do a lot of leadership stuff to get them ready. And we just returned actually from our week-long band camp down in Ohio. So they've worked a ton over the last week and a half or so. And what you've seen and what you're going to see is really a culmination of about 2 weeks of rehearsal. So we're looking forward to a great year. The kids, we've got a great senior leadership, lots of great seniors. And we've got some great performances coming up here in the fall, so we're really excited. It's gonna be a great year.
They've won some awards in the past.
Yes, we've in the last couple of years we've taken leaps and bounds. This is my 7th year, and we've really developed over the last few years. Last couple of years we've won awards for percussion, Wyandotte, DeWitt competitions, Alma competitions, different music and visual awards too. So we've taken a lot of steps in the last couple of years.
All right, and what are they going to play for us right now?
They're going to play some of Part 1 from Fiddler on the Roof, which highlights Matchmaker.
All right, let me step out of the way. You're listening to the Wayne Memorial High School Zebra Marching Band.
Finally found something that Fancy would flunk out in.
You have not?
You were having a hard time here cutting these
Well, my
peppers.
knife isn't that sharp. Well, here we go. My knife really isn't
Oh,
that
yeah,
sharp.
blame it on the knife.
I'm dicing some yellow bell pepper.
Uh-huh.
for our chili that we're making this morning.
Yeah, oh, you're really contributing. Yeah.
As you can see, we're very busy. This is perfect tailgating.
Yes,
food.
it is.
We're making chili.
And why are we here this morning with these fine, lovely young people? Fanchon?
Right. Well, yeah, I'm busy. What do you...
Well, you know...
Talk to the chef.
Why are these lovely... Because actually this is part of a big cooking school.
Yes. The Wayne... What is the name of the high school again?
It's called the William D. Ford Career Technical Center.
Career Tech. So the young ladies and the young lady and gentleman that you're seeing here are going to be the future chefs.
There you go.
We'll be feeding us someday. Put some more of this in here.
I'm going to hire her because she's doing all the work. Anyway, Tony is the guy that is responsible for teaching all these bright young minds, and you do great. How many different things do you try to teach them on? And I guess for people who are just starting out cooking, where do you start?
Well, we always start at the basics. We start with safety and sanitation. Then we go on to teach our students. I have about 120 students that enroll in the class. It's a high school class.
Yeah.
It's part of the Wayne Westland Schools. And what we do is we teach them about 110 different skills we would like them to master, all the way from chopping vegetables to pastries, cakes.
Yeah.
And they go through each section every 2 weeks. They'll change. So one set will be they'll be cooking, the other set they'll be baking.
So another old joke about how people repeat the third grade. So what you tell me is that Fanchon would have to come back for a couple
I'm browning the ground beef right now for the chili.
It's okay to laugh at her again. It's okay. now, everybody's doing something.
Yep.
Okay.
Participating, which I imagine in a large kitchen, that's how things really work, isn't it?
Yep. Yes, sir.
Look at all this. Wow. Beans. Those are the kidney beans, right?
Yep. Doing
all
right.
the vegetables, the tomatoes. That looks absolutely delicious.
Once people finish courses in the school there, where do they hope to go? What kind of jobs do they hope to attain?
Well, we have a lot of students that go on to colleges. We have Schoolcraft College. We have Oakland Community College. So a lot of our students go on to further their education in the culinary field. We have students out in our field, all over our field. It's so huge because we also do hospitality.
Oh,
so, I mean, they have pretty much a golden ticket.
You know what I find interesting? Because cooking used to be one of those things. Like, home ec, we were all going to school. Like, all right. Nowadays, you got all these cooking shows on TV. Cooking is like cool, man.
All right. Well, that's great.
This is good stuff. All right.
So here's our finished product.
We have the finished product that Fanchon had nothing to do with. That's what yours is supposed to look like there.
Well, this is in the process.
See, I like the presentation.
Beautiful.
That's pretty I would never have thought of that at home.
Well, that's a big part of what we teach is presentation.
See, because at home I like to get everything out of the bowl. I like to just scrape the bowl. This is kind of hard to do. I guess you eat the bread.
Yeah, you can eat the bowl now.
Yeah,
eat the bowl now. Yep.
Well, thanks so much. And how can people get involved in the program again?
You would have to be a resident of Wayne Westland. We do have some shared time schools. You have to be a high school student. We do have a nighttime program available. And you would call the William D. Ford Career Technical Center. And enroll in it.
Doesn't qualify.
Well, we're going to finish this batch of chili no matter what this one says, and we'll be right back.
Need a Band-Aid? All right, let me start off by giving you the zip trip.
I better go back to work.
Answer. It's the Insane Clown Posse. They're the rap group that is from Wayne. And congratulations, Diane Wallace of Madison Heights. You get the nice Boeing getaway and $100 gift certificate from Big Boy.
Enjoy. We want to say thank you to the city of Wayne for the incredible and generous hospitality this morning. We have so many people who have woke up early with us.
Thanks so much.
And they came out to see us. And these young people who are standing with me here, you guys are in day camp this morning. Are you excited about going back to school?
That's my girl right there. That's
You're excited? Yeah. Your name is Bobby, right? Yep. You having a good time this morning? Yeah. All right. Well, thank you guys for coming out to see us.
You know what, Mayor Al Hattis, he gave me a funny story. He says he wants us to come back to Wayne. He gave me his business card with his cell phone number. He says, if I ever get a ticket in Wayne, he says to call him. He says, if I ever get a ticket in Wayne, to call him, and he'll show me where I have to pay it. That's a guy, huh? Everybody loves the mayor. It's a great town. It's a nice community, so that's fantastic.
Thank you for Fanchon.
All right.
You do the same thing for you.
There you go.
Do the same thing for Fanchon.
As you know, I love football. We're getting ready for football this weekend, and as we leave, I got to have the band play me some football music.
Let's do it.
Yeah, you got the